Hey everyone, welcome to MCAA 570 Sports Medicine and Performance. This week we are in week 4 and we are talking about head and facial injuries. This is a big topic. This is our concussion topics that we get into where we are worried about what's happening within the athlete's head. It's hard to sometimes see what's happening with concussions. They are more silent. And so athletes will have symptoms that we don't understand or can't relate to. And their symptoms will go far beyond the court or the field, and they will translate into the classroom. And some athletes will have no symptoms at all, being physically active, but then they get into the classroom and their brains just aren't doing what they want them to do. And it's super frustrating for our student athletes. I know that concussions, there's a pendulum with concussions. We swing back and forth from super conservative to not. I think right now we're kind of falling pretty decently in the middle of understanding more about the science of concussions and what we need to do for return to play. But as athletic trainers, we stay current because that is what we do. But not all of our medical professionals do. And so even just this week, I was reading a doctor's note and it's 10-year-old information that this doctor is still using when he's advising families what to do on how to return back to play. And so this is where the athletic trainer has the advantage for your program to really help weed through the old information and how we can progress an athlete forward. When we're starting to look at concussion rehabs now, we're really promoting physical activity at an early phase in recovery. It's no longer sit in a quiet room for a week. Now we want them to be progressive and active. We also have vision therapy that we can do. There's all kinds of different treatments that we can do to help the athlete heal faster and to heal better. I've had athletes that have had major concussions early in their career and then have minor concussions later and not realize that they had symptoms, progressive symptoms that were bothering them. I had a volleyball player who she took a barbell to the top of the head. Bar was coming down, she was going up. It was a bad injury. We almost called an ambulance for that one. But when she was returning back to play, we realized that she had no vision on the side. She had no peripheral vision at all. And so we were doing a drill where I'd throw the ball to the periphery and she had to catch it while balancing on one foot. So you're utilizing all the different senses of the body. And what I realized was more than likely that's been an issue that she's had for a long time. So on the court, coach used to yell at her all the time because instead of playing defense in the correct position, she would always turn her body. And what I realized after the fact was that she couldn't physically see when she was in the correct position that coach wanted her on the court. And so she always naturally turned her body to give her that vision that she was lacking. She had no clue, right? So that's on her. So as we worked through that, we gained that back. Then I told coach, now you can start to get on her because now we know she has that vision. We have worked on that. And that was a long recovery. She missed the rest of season, but was able to return the following year. And she only missed the season because we just couldn't get her symptoms down fast enough. And her physical symptoms were gone. She was doing okay in the classroom, but she still had these like blank spaces in her vision that we had to fix. I mean, that's just unsafe as an athlete. So these are the things that you are going to see with concussions. And again, no two concussions are the same. So we cannot compare and say X, Y, and Z athlete got injured yesterday and ABC athlete got injured tomorrow, and they should be on a trajectory that is very similar. It's not going to be the same. And so we need to be very patient and letting each individual athlete heal as they need to heal. So this week we have readings. There's concussion statements. Again, there's a concussion statement from the NATA. That is an important one to read. That is going to be your most current. We also have Impact. They are a company that does concussion testing, computerized concussion testing. They do a lot of seminars. They are very current on research. There are some great seminars to take. They're free 1 hour seminars that you can sign up for. There's a discussion and a quiz this week, and then your SCAT 6 is due. So this is your concussion assessment. This is a great one to do on people to see how difficult it is, but also to have someone do it to you. On your SCAT 6, there is a section where there is 10 words listed, but there's 3 columns of 10 words. you are only doing one column 3 times. So you repeat the same 10 words 3 times, and the athlete repeats those same words 3 times back to you. The reason is you want to implant those 10 words into their long-term memory. So at the end of the test, when you come back and say, hey, I need you to say these again, you actually know that the athlete can remember what those 10 words are. The columns 2 and 3 are just so you can pick different columns because athletes tend to memorize words. And so you don't want an athlete that's at the end of the protocol to be able to say the same words over and over again because you've used the same 10 words every single time you've done that test. So it's just opportunities. There's also a number section where they count backwards. Again, you're only doing, it's 2 times of each, but you're only doing one column. So there's 3 different columns to give you 3 different pairs of numbers to use, but you're going to start, it's like 3 numbers the first time, 4, 5, 6 down, and they have to repeat those words backwards or numbers backwards. You're only doing the one column on the student athlete, not all of the columns. So I hope that's helpful as you are working through your SCAT 6. This was a long video for this week, but I hope that it's helpful talking through some of the concussion stuff. So hope you have a great week. Looking forward to reading your discussions.